Hi guys. All right, so I wanted to talk to you guys about something today that I often think about, but definitely resonated with me most recently, especially since I've had the most discovery and strategy calls than I've ever had before, and having conversations with so many childcare business owners currently, as well as those who are interested in entering the business. When I say, like, from Canada to Florida, yes, Tennessee, Memphis, like all over the place, right? We are all dealing with the same things, right? I'm in Philadelphia, and I know we have these conversations about what's happening here, but I promise you, it is happening everywhere, and not just in our industry. It is not just early childhood education. This is where we are as an economy, as just in general. Like, we have you gone into a restaurant lately, or a hotel, or any business, and not heard anything about staffing or just the state of people's mental health? And so, I'm just realizing that we are talking about universal issues, concerns, as well as desires. And it really takes me back to this conversation of your why. I've shared, for any of you who have been following me, I always talk about my mom, right? Like, this is really carrying on her legacy, her 42 years now in childcare, and I grew up in it. And so what I realized is, when I first came into this business, my why was to carry on my mom's legacy. That was it. I was like, I want to be able to retire my mom. I want to be able to let her smell the flowers and receive the flowers that she deserved before her funeral, right? Like, I do not like that. We are not going to wait until someone is no longer here to give them their flowers. And I was like, nope, my mom will not be one of the people who have to continue working because she has no other option. She's not going to feel like she has to do this work because she can't do anything else, because she gave her all to this industry and serving children and families, and now she doesn't have anything for herself. I refuse. So here's what I realized. Without going all into detail and telling my story all over again, but again, I came into it and I was like, yep, I'm going to create a legacy for her, but I'm also going to create a legacy so that my children, they also can have parts of the business as well. Along the way, here's what I've learned, is that what I saw my mom experience over her 40 something years, and what I've experienced over the last 15 years, it's now why I do this work, where it's not just about being in the child care center, but it's also about connecting with and touching the lives of other child care business owners who may not know that it's possible, who may feel like, oh my goodness, my enrollment won't pick up, or I haven't seen a profit, or I can't pay myself, or I don't even know where to start to open up this business. And people feel stuck, and they're like, I have no idea what to do. Where do I turn? I'm done. Right? And it's like, it doesn't have to be that way. Right? Is it difficult? It's tough. Any given day, you're like, okay, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. There's moments in the day where I'm like, you know what? I quit for 5 minutes. I'd be like, no, I'm done. I put on my music, turn the light out. I'm done. And then I remember why I do this work. And then I take my deep breath. And I'm back in the trenches, because I'm like, what this will not do is, it will not win me. That's what my daughter used to say. You're not going to win me. So, those frustrations will not win me. What we're going to do is, we are going to learn how to be strategic business owners, and we're going to learn how to turn our situations around. And so that's why I do this work. I do this work so that people who are in this industry do not have to feel like they have nowhere to turn or they have no one to turn to because we're all in competition, or that no one shares anything in my industry. I hear that a lot. And it's like, we are going to equip ourselves with tools and resources and connecting arm to arm. And we are going to come in like the soldiers that we are, and we're going to create the life that we want. If you want to work 4 days a week, if you want to work 3, or if you're like me, where I'm like, I don't want to work in the building every day. I want to still put my finger or put my hands to the plow to impact children, families, and the community, but I don't have to be in this building to do so. I'm still going to touch lives. I'm still going to do it. And now, since the pandemic, we can do all this virtually, meaning when I'm having meetings with my staff, that's virtual. Or we can get on the FaceTime and I check in. How are you doing today? How's it going? What do you need from me? Or I'm just hearing, or I see them and I'm like, they need a little support. You go on, you go out to lunch, go take a walk around. I got it. This morning, I was at the front desk. I was at the front, loving it. Like, good morning. How's it going? I'm going to post those pictures later, but loving it. We can love this work, but we do have to do something different. We have to do something different in order to see different results. And so I was reminded of my why. And that's what keeps me going. I'm like, I'm always learning because I always have to have something cutting edge to teach. And I've also learned through experiences. Listen, oh my gosh, I've had some experiences where I'm like, that is the reason why you will not find me stuck to where as though I only have one stream of income, and if something happens, my family will not be stuck because we are just holding on to what childcare regulations require of us, or you are not going to affect my family because some angry staff person or an angry parent called the state and reported and now you're shut down and you're stuck. I said, no ma'am, no ma'am. So what happens? What happens is we put systems in place, we put strategies in place, we get creative, we start to put ourselves first and our families first, and we say, here is how I'm going to set up my everyday life so that I can one day, whenever that is for you, I can go on vacation for 2 weeks and know that when I come back, my building is still standing. Or I used to want to retire at 40. I'm about to be 45, but that's okay. Because I love what I do. And so I'm really not even thinking about retirement anymore. I just know that in another year, I want to be doing this work on a grander scale. And I want to be using my voice. The voice that I used to, like, I'm not shy, if you will, but I'm usually more in the background. But I'm like, sis, you have something to say. People are waiting for you to raise your voice and do something. And so I'm committed to that. That's what I'm committed to. I didn't mean for this video to be this long, but I just want you guys to really dig deep and touch on your why. What is your why? And it can't be that surface thing. It's not that surface thing, because your why has to be so deep that when things get tough, it won't win you. That tough moment won't win you. You're like, nope, I'm getting back up and I'm doing it again. Why? That's what we're looking for, is that why. So I have a one pager to share with you guys to help prompt your why, right? There's this concept called 7 layers deep. And it helps you. It's like, yeah, you thought that was the answer, but go deeper. We got to get there. But the other part is we have to do something different. And so I've been talking to so many people booking calls, and they're like, they need help. And I'm on the calls with them, and I know they need help. So if this is you, this part here is for a particular person. If this is you and you're like, I am so tired of being in the place that I'm at, and I have to do something different. I have to. Don't let, because I'm going to be honest, like, I'm not one of those sales person. Like, that is not me at all. I'm telling you, like, I just give stuff away and, right, I'll talk to you for like 2 hours. Like, that's not me. But I feel like a lot of times there's an answer. There is a person out there that has the answer. And I'm not saying it has to be me. That's not what this is about. But there's an answer out there for the problem. And don't let a price point stop you. Because here's why. I know how much each and every one of my students cost here, and I know how much they're worth here. And I know that some of us have classrooms that are closed, or we have slots that are open, or we're waiting to hire a staff person. Every single day that we don't have that staff person fill a slot, or every single day that we don't have a child filling a spot or a classroom open, is costing you every single day, every day. And if, for example, it's $100 a day, by the time we get to 30 days, it's just adding up. It's adding up. And we're not talking about the stress, the overwhelm. We're not talking about not only that you have, but your staff have because of whatever, like the frustration, all of that costs. And so there's this thing called return on investment. And sometimes if you just invest in yourself or just do something different that may cost you uncomfortability, right? Everything isn't about money. Sometimes it just has to be something different. And there's things that I do that I'm just jumping. I'm like, I don't know. I have no idea where this is going to go, but I trust myself to make a good decision. I'm doing it. And I'm going to make the best out of that situation, because I'm going to tell y'all this. In about a year, I'm going to be talking about where I am now, because I already planned it out 3 years ago. Today, I'm working on my dream that I'm about to live in a year. Okay? So when y'all see me post that I'm having a meeting with my admin team, that's because that's my exit ticket. Okay? I'm telling you. Mark my word. So this video really is about, I just want you guys to close your door, turn the light off, put on Do Not Disturb on your phone, and ask yourself, why am I doing what I'm doing? And as soon as you hear that first answer, you're like, okay, all right, that's great. All right, but why am I doing that? But why? Yeah, but why? And when those tears start to well up, or your heart start to beat a little faster, or you get that feeling in your stomach, now you're getting to that why. And I want you to sit in that space. And then I want you to open your door. And I want you to walk around your center, and I want you to start saying good morning to all the people, or good afternoon. And I want you to look at those babies in their eye, and I want you to connect with people, because the people really help keep us energized. Even the ones that's testing you, they are making you stronger. Because I'm telling you, the people I had to let go, the people that left, the people who I thought betrayed me, I'm telling you, I am so much better, so much wiser, because of every single experience. So I just want to encourage you today that you are not here just to struggle. You're not. You are not here to be overwhelmed, to be overworked, to wear 45 different hats, because somebody wants to learn how to get in your position, and I'm ready to teach them. I'm always looking for my next person. I'm like, yep, they're up next. They're the reason that I'm going to be able to help elevate them to where they want to be, so that I can get to where I want to be. That's it for me. I just want you to get to your why, so that we can live the lives that we deserve to live, so your children can see you live the life that you want to live. And so that when you are no longer here, that we still see your footprints across the world. I'll talk to you soon.